Hey there, people! I will be watching this hideous piece of shit called BFB 5. I have not watched this episode in a while because it is a piece of shit. And thus far, I will be rewatching it after a long time of hating it. Maybe I can change my opinion, or maybe I'm going to rant on it and maybe I'll just be nitpicking or whatever. I'm just gonna start watching.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who do we think is a stupid, annoying bore? Spongy! Spongy!
Hey, Ruby, I gotta borrow you for a sec.
Hey, whoa! Flower, this...
I know it's a nice comeback to Spongy Cake, but why did it need to be brought back exactly?
better be important. I was in the middle of my favorite game.
You mean Flower Power?
No, I hate that game. You always win.
Well, you guys never grow enough petals out of your head to win. Anyway, Ruby, you're the first person to recognize my true beauty.
I mean, you see how the petals are unusually done? I mean, the only part that's, well, watchable for me is when she, like, you know, plays with the petals. This is just merely visual distracting. It contributes nothing to the plot. I mean, the data space in BFB 7 was an actual location that Robot Flower had to do stuff in. This is just merely exists for, you know, reasons.
Flower's pretty beautiful.
I need you to start convincing your ignorant friends that I'm pretty.
Well, maybe her friends aren't ignorant. Because, well, you know, they maybe haven't interacted with Flower a lot, except maybe when, like, she was, like, Flower picked Ruby because she called her beautiful, and that just so happened to include the rest of Ruby's group. I honestly think that the rest of them haven't interacted, which, this is a huge plot hole in my opinion.
Oh, Flower, I may have liked how you looked 2 months ago, but something about you just seems a little off today.
Are you telling me that I'm ugly?
Well, not exactly.
Why, I ought to crush you.
Whoa, you suddenly look pretty again.
Huh?
This entire scene is frustrating to me, because number one, this completely derails Ruby's character. At first, she was a sensitive, bubbly girl, but now she's just mean. That's not Ruby. That's character derailment. Second, Flower is, well, as usual, aggressive, but why is she always doing this? Like, when I say, oh, I can't really describe myself, I'm just upset.
Ugly. Beautiful. Ugly. Beautiful.
Well, it does feel nice being called beautiful again.
And she will call you beautiful and ugly 50 billion more times. Just get over it.
Hideous. Nauseating. Marvelous. Appalling. Gross. Monstrous. Despicable. Gorgeous.
Do I have to even talk about this? The animation style that they did for the new animator is absolutely disgusting. I mean, they did improve in later episodes, but this is just absolutely... This doesn't look like BFDI. It looks like a fan animation, which, in fact, they did animation... They did do a fan animation before this, and it looked like 100 times better than this. This is ugly. This is hideous. The eyes are too long. They're not like... I don't know how to describe it. They're just thin strands. And why are the legs like that? I thought they were supposed to be like bumps. They're just flat.
Trashy. Getting better.
I talk about how ugly these eyebrows look. They're just hideous. I mean, I want, like, a straight line if you're angry, but not, like, thousands of different details in them to show anger. That's hideous.
Almost passable.
Are you kidding me?
Lovely. Atrocious. Fantastic. Sickening. Pathetic. Sloppy. Horrid. Messy. Fabulous.
Can I mention that this asset of Flower looks pretty ugly? Well, yeah. As with the rest of this episode, as I previously bashed Kim Johnson, or Scratch as many call him, for his animation in this episode, I can at least credit him for at least trying to use a new art style, but that art style doesn't work with the show. And, it's just ugly.
Hey, match.
Also, did I mention all the rest? This is just essentially filler? This comes back later in the episode, but it isn't expanded upon in later parts. This is pure filler. It's not funny, it's not important, it's filler.
Can we start playing Spongy Cake again? Oh, actually, while you were gone, I started analyzing our name-calling, spongy-bashing, verbal bullying game, and, started playing it with Spongy.
So you're telling me you're playing Spongy Cake, which the goal to bash Spongy with is... So you're essentially playing with the victim, and you're bashing them in the process. That makes no sense. And then we're greeted by this hideous abomination.
Team Deathpact, assemble or you will tremble.
I don't know if you looked previously, but as Ford talks, he gradually grows in size. I don't know, but to me that's just animation error. I mean, onion skin exists for a reason.
I think I'd rather tremble.
Then assemble or you will...
Be dismembered?
Yeah, you'll be dismembered.
Oh, well, I don't have any limbs, so I wouldn't mind dismemberment.
Assemble!
Assemble or...
Hey, that doesn't rhyme.
I guess there's no arguing with that.
Did I just mention that this is essentially filler? Tons of filler. Also, Pen's mouth is coming off his body. You know, like regular BFDI. And there's the cake and steak in celebration. Hooray for laziness.
Deathers, this blasphemous abomination of a drawing has led you here today.
Like how you look for, and the rest of you people.
Hey, I drew that. Be nice.
Pen. You are a disgrace to the entire...
May I question why X has palms? I thought they were just...
Our art community and the entire world would rejoice if you never touched a piece of paper again, ever!
I'd rather take the screech.
Why are the eyes dots? I thought they were ovals.
If you say so.
Let's pick up the pace. How many votes?
20,389. Each of the 7 safe contestants will receive a fortune cookie.
I'm actually getting a headache looking at this.
The contestant with the most votes goes away.
This is just ugly. Why do the eyes, gradually turn to ovals and circles? And the pupils are... The pupils are excessively small in places, and it's just... Stop it. I can't...
Well, as long as elimination doesn't mean dying, then we're still successfully preventing death.
Oh no!
And Bubble is dead.
Pen, you received the fewest votes.
You're the first lowest voted person whose name doesn't start with a B.
Wait, you don't know? My legal name is actually Ben.
So why did you have to use an emoji? Oh, because you wanted to use memes to keep the younger audience alive, right? Because, you know, maybe we don't like memes in the show just to keep it relevant. I mean, it kind of ruins the experience. It effectively kills memes as well.
What's your fortune, Ben? One should always hope that life will be full of happiness brought by Ice Cube. Ben, that sure is a weird fortune, Ben.
I'll come back to this later, but I'd like to mention that I am a huge Bracelety fan.
Pillow can also sleep easy tonight.
Oh, yeah. Go Icy. You're my idol? That's odd.
You're on.
Hey!
Tree moat, also safe.
Ice Cube is the best thing to ever grace this universe. That's not true. It's batteries.
I love Icy so much my bones hurt. For where did you get these so-called fortunes?
Dumpster.
Huh?
Why are they padding gelatin for effectively destroying Bracelety's property by putting it in things and, well, doing stuff with it that, well, Bracelety would not appreciate? This is just mean the Bracelety, and the fact that Ice Cube condones this is even worse. fuck you, Gelatin, and fuck you, the rest of Team Icy that allows this.
Contestants with holes,
Yes?
you can fill those holes with cookie goodness.
Hee hee, that tickles!
Oh no, I'm in the bottom too? I said one pun 2 months ago, so voters should see me in a positive light.
Some days I survive, other days I don't. It's no big deal either way.
And the results are...
Filler!
Hey, I wanted to say that.
Well, if you don't like it, just screech me.
I'll do much worse. So, I'm safe?
Yeah.
Put down this fortune and listen to Lai. She's speaking now.
Well, I've heard your message, and I've heard it loud and clear. You guys obviously don't want me here. Remote, how many lives has this team saved?
2,763.
And how many am I responsible for?
2,753.
Exactly. When I joined this team, I thought I could put my traumatic killing past behind me. So many of my hours and so much of my willpower was spent on saving instead of murdering. I thought you guys would support me, but I guess you won't. And if you won't, then what's the point in restraining myself?
I'd like to point out that the audio of Lai is like loud and kind of sort of out of sync.
No. Nah, she's done that before. What the flip?
4, I don't like that. Could you suck her up?
Can I mention that this has absolutely no effect? We don't see Lai in her episode form later, and essentially all it did was spawn pointless fan art of Lai being a murderer, which probably isn't true in that form.
Nah, if we're gonna smile real big.
Yeah!
Does any...
And by doing so, you just killed the gag! Yay! It was actually fun, and you just ruined it. Thanks a lot, Foley and Stapy.
Anybody even remember what Lai was a switch for?
I thought she was just a light switch.
According to my research, she does a lot more than that.
Whatever.
Hey, guys.
Flower, what the heck are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just being my beautiful self.
Well, you look idiotic.
Like the rest of your animation, you just look absolutely hideous as well.
Completely and utterly idiotic. 4, give her a dose of the screech, will you please? Ugh.
Hey, 4, where did X go? Limb Reattachment Center.
I can mention that essentially we're very well beyond halfway through the episode and the contest starts. The cake at stake was excessively long and took a huge chunk of the episode. Why did it have to be so long? Well, I can say that BFB 10's cake at stake was short and sweet, which probably should be the standing point of all future cake at stakes. Also, we're introduced to this ugly beast again.
Today's contest is to fly your team's plane as long as possible. First team to hit the ground is up for elimination.
Whoa, this plane's made of paper? Not sure if that can support my weight.
Ready, set, go! How's the steering going?
There's no steering at all. This is actually just a paper plane.
Let's use Bommy to explode the other planes.
Gelatin! Bommy is still our friend! And the answer is still no!
Can you stop the bomby gag already? It's annoying.
I'll get us to soar above the others.
You're killing it, Lightning!
No flying allowed!
If no flying was allowed, then what was the point of episode 1, and later being mentioned again in BFB 11? Like, seriously. If Lightning can fly, then why can't he just grab the basket and make Ian safe in BFB 1? This is annoying. Like, if... This is just frustrating.
Hey, do you think you can just disable Puffball instead of obliterating her?
Fine.
Thank you for piloting, Tafid. Yeah, real pro, everybody. Cloudy's doing just fine over here.
I don't know, Balloony. It looks like it's hurting him.
It's sarcasm.
Oh, Nickel, you sarcastic bastard that you were in, like, BFDIA and the show you originated from. I remember that, and now you're just boring. I hate you.
Right! I keep forgetting.
So apparently the master of sarcasm forgets what sarcasm is. That's conflicting.
We're falling!
Oh, we are falling. Those guys need to learn about weight distribution. Whoa! Sorry, my stapler instincts just took over.
I have no idea what the stapler instincts have done to you, but you obviously cheated, and well, you caused your team's downfall in this episode. You deserve to be eliminated, Stapy, and this episode is the reason why I voted you in episode 8. It's not just because you cheated, it's because you caused your team downfall in literally the worst fucking episode ever.
Wow, Beep and Free Food seem to think it's a race!
Guys, aim for the cliff! We need to delay the impact!
If we don't make it over the cliff, we'll be first to hit the ground! We're not gonna make it! How do we steer this thing? There's no way to change the airflow! Change the airflow!
Dabbing! Like, as I mentioned earlier, only to stay hip and relevant and keep the audience, the younger fans, to keep it because of the little meme lords and normies they are. Hooray! Can we just kill the memes in BFDI? They're ruining it.
You're a genius!
Everybody, we need to slow this plane down.
Oh, I don't think our dabbing is enough! Tafid, please, wake up!
Last time we'll ever see Rocky vomit again!
David! You're back!
I think we're gonna make it!
Thank you for catching them, Grant! They could have hit the ground!
Well, X, you're cute, but, well, they lost again. Also, it's kind of early for them to lose twice. Considering that they lost once, like, I don't know, 3 or 2 episodes ago? Well, it's kind of early. I mean, wouldn't they do this later? I mean, it was bound to happen, but this was just a little too early.
Team Beep, one of you is going away.
You guys, you can just do whatever you want. I don't know.
Vote in the comments using the letter and square brackets under who deserves to be eliminated. Whoever gets the most votes will leave the show.
And don't forget to use brackets!
Some other things I'd like to say about this episode. Number 1, it was completely filled with filler. Number 2, the cake and steak was excessively long. Number 3, the contest was short and it wasn't doing much. Number 5, or whatever the next number is, the contest idea is just confusing and boring. Like, literally, I would have preferred if, like, they did it from first to last as they did the previous episodes. Instead, they just do it, whoever falls on the floor the longest loses, or whatever. You get the idea. It's just boring. I don't like it.
Glad to have 2 legs again. Glad to be an X again.
Again, filler. Filler. What does this have to do with the episode? And that's my rant on BFB 5. Literally the worst episode ever, and it's probably... As you can see here, I disliked the episode. Yep, I'm one of the people who disliked the episode. You can thank me for that. And that's my rant of this episode. Goodbye, and I hate you.